Hello, Matthews Gatos here. In this video, I want to review with you bottoms-up factoring. So bottoms-up factoring is used to factor when I have a trinomial where a is not 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at factoring things like this that have a coefficient that is not 1. The reason that I want it to be 1 is because product sum factoring is so simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that 4 to the last term by multiplying it. So I'm going to change that into n squared minus 15n minus 100. Now I can use my product sum factoring. So I'm going to look at two factors that multiply to the new lonely number of negative 100 and add to the variable number of negative 15. So using what I know about integers, the product is negative, the sum is negative. I know I have a factor that is positive and negative. The bigger factor must be negative. So I know my factors are negative 20 and positive 5. Always like to do a good check there. Negative 20 times 5 is negative 100, and negative 20 plus 5 is negative 15. So I know I'm good to go. So what I'm going to do is use my two sets of brackets. The only way I can get n squared is if I have n times n. And then I use my factor pairs that I just found, negative 20 and positive 5, in either order. Now, remember, our lonely number didn't start as 100. So since I made my last number 4 times bigger, I need to make the factors 4 times smaller to balance it out. So since I multiplied by 4, I need to divide by 4. Now in my next step, what I need to do is I am going to reduce any fractions that I have and then bottoms up. So 20 over 4 is just 5, and 5 over 4 is in lowest terms. Now remember, you're not allowed to have fractions when you factor, so that's why we need to take this bottom, the bottom of the fraction, and bottoms up, put it up front. So that means that this will factor as n minus 5 multiplied by 4n plus 5. You can always check that using the distributive property as well. Let's try another one. So again, in this one here, a is not 1, but I'm going to make it 1 by taking that 6 and multiplying it by my last number. So 6 times negative 6 is negative 36. There is my new trinomial that I'm going to factor with a leading coefficient of 1. So I'm going to find two factors that multiply to my new lonely number of negative 36 and add to my variable number of positive 5. So using what I know about integers, I know that would be 9 and negative 4, but let's check. 9 times negative 4 is negative 36, yes. 9 plus negative 4 is positive 5, yes, I'm good to go. So I'll do my two sets of brackets. The only way I can get x squared is if I have x times x as my first term. And then I'm going to use the factors that I just found in any order, positive 9 and negative 4. Now remember, our lonely number wasn't negative 36 to start with, it was 6. So since we made our lonely number 6 times bigger, we need to make its factors 6 times smaller. So I'm going to write this as x plus 9 divided by 6 and 4 divided by 6. Once I have my fractions, I want to reduce the fractions and then I can do bottoms up. Really important that you guys reduce them. So 9 over 6, common factor of 3. So divide each by 3 and I end up with 3 over 2. And then 4 over 6, common factor of 2. Make sure you divide that out and I have 2/3. Now remember, when you factor, you're not allowed fractions. So I need to look at the bottom, the denominator of the fraction, and bottoms up. Here, bottoms up. So this factors as 2x plus 3 multiplied by 3x minus 2. So that's a review of bottoms up factoring. I hope this video helped, and I look forward to seeing you for the next one.